Okay, guys, I'm going to go to a scrub. Now, this one's for Maxwell, our little resident Kojak. I can't say anything because my hair's on the way out. Need a bloody good haircut, to be honest. Anyway, here it is here. I'm starting to use my stop to exit my trade, and I'm trying to ratchet behind 15 min candles. Good way to go. My question is, when should I start moving the stop to break even, and when start trailing? I assume I will pull the stops in when the price is fully in the arena, above an order. Love to hear your thoughts. Okay. When it comes to trailing your stops and one thing or another, it also depends on the type of trade. If you're on a good trending day, like an A-grade trade, where the stars are in alignment and you think it's going to move quite away, what you do is you kind of open up two positions at once and you set a preliminary target. Now, that could be the next barrier level, the pip count, whatever you want. Now, what you're doing with your two orders are, it's a single order, but you break it in half. So if you're on a pounder point, you'll open up 250p points. And your target might be, say, 20 pips away, just for ease of figures, and it's the next barrier. Well, when the first one cashes out, that's an automatic indicator to tell you to pull your stop to break even. So you can't lose any more money, or you can't lose any money rather, and you've also been paid. Now, the next part of the puzzle is that barrier now represents a point of no return as well. So the ideal scenario is it cashes out and it breaks that point. Now, what you want to try and do as well is not let the price come below that area, so you've still got full target. If it does, you've just got to kind of make a decision as to whether or not to kill it manually or let it run down and breathe. That's your choice. Now, when I'm day trading, I have a tendency just, if it comes back below, I just get out and then I've got the whole lot, because that's what a day trade is. You want to be in and out relatively quick. But if it's on a swing trade or a trade that I think is going to last a bit longer, then I'll let the stop come in play. And what I'll do is I'll follow it behind, well, depending on the asset. So something like the DAX, it'll be every 2 15-minute candles. If it's something that's a little bit slower, like say euro dollar, it'll be a single 15-minute candle. And I'll let the candle close and then ratchet up. Let the candle close, ratchet up. Now, what you've got to remember is when it comes against you, you don't ratchet. All right? You only ratchet when the candle closes in your favor. So if you're going long, you'll ratchet behind green candles. And then when it goes red, you don't do anything because it might just come down, not hit the stop. And then the next one will be green and then so forth. And it helps you get higher and higher. Another way to do it is you still watch 15-minute candles, but you have a moving average on the screen. Now, again, it's choice. The wider the moving average, the more you'll give back at the end. So if you've got, say, like a 50 or a 200, that means the price can be quite away and then come back. So you look for something in the middle, like a 32, 20, 14. Some people use a 10. And all you do is, as long as the price doesn't break the moving average, just every 15 minutes you move the stop along the moving average. Okay? Hope that helps. Catch you soon.